Hello, mic test. For different, I would say more data types here. I can see it's done for stock news, insider transaction, and fundamental data already. Now I've provided the live delayed data, sentiment analysis, and earning calendars, trends, IPOs, etc. Information as well. Hello financial programmers, I'm 𝐤𝐵𝐵𝐵 Dashora and I'm back with a new video and some new learnings. This is the second video of our playlist on EODHD, and as you guys already know, I'm making this playlist after getting a lot of comments on covering all different aspects of different types of APIs that are provided by EODHD. The first video we talked about the basic things, like what are the different things that they provide. We went through their documentation, and then we checked on how to get the free API data in Python. In this video, I will be exploring their paid API version. I have already bought the API. It's not very expensive, but yes, it's very important for me to cover it on my YouTube. So let's make a stock screener using the data that they provide, such that you guys get a overall perspective of this particular API, and you can actually make a comparison to other API financial data providers as well. That's the main motive of this video and my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, guys, on this channel I convert all my viewers to successful financial programmers. Here I upload videos related to trading bots, implementation of AI in finance, using some highly valuable finance APIs like this one, and also making some trading strategies on PineScript TradingView. So if this is something that you are interested in, then you should click on the subscribe button and also hit on the bell icon, because there are a lot of playlists that are in my mind which will be coming on this YouTube channel. You guys already know that I upload video every Saturday, and I will keep on working on making this channel as big as possible to spread the awareness and education as much as possible for free. First of all, sorry guys, my throat is not supporting me. I have got some cough and cold, so I pardon for that. The topics that we are going to cover in this video, as we know that we are making a detailed stock screener using Streamlit and EODHD Python API. The first thing that we will be doing here is we'll be understanding the API documentation, I would say much deeper, and we'll be making the Streamlit web application. If you guys know, I have made many videos on Streamlit in the past, so I think if you guys have already watched my videos in the past, then it's very good. If you struggle on installing Streamlit, if you have any issues with anything related to Streamlit, I have made an entire playlist in the past on how to use Streamlit in the best possible way. It's, I would say, one of the best web application that is available for free, and it requires a very small amount of code, and I think it's a worth platform to explore. So yeah, the third point is that we'll be creating some drop downs on different types of data types that we will be selecting, and the last thing is that we will be doing the data extraction and then showing it on Streamlit web application. Okay guys, so without any further ado, let's start. So yeah, if you guys watch my last video, this is the website of EODHD, and we can actually explore the documentation of EODHD from here. Here we can click on the full documentation to understand the entire functionalities which we can actually use to extract the data. Let's select a couple of three APIs for the stock screener, which can be extended to any number of APIs. So I'm interested in the fundamental data, stocks, ETF, mutual funds, indices. That's the first one. The stock news and sentiment of those news and tweets, right? And the third one, let's take this one, which is insider transaction API. Perfect. So fundamental data, stocks, ETF, mutual fund, indices. So it's a simple access to fundamental data API for stocks, ETF, mutual fund, and indices from different exchanges and countries, almost all major US, UK, EU, India, and Asia exchanges. Right. So these are the two inputs here, which is the first one is the ticker. They use ticker as ticker name .us, right, for US companies. For Indian companies it would be IN. So AAPL.us consists of two parts, symbol name and exchange ID. right? AAPL.mx would be Mexican Stock Exchange, and so on. API key is the one that we get when we open the account. In the last video, I already explored how to get the API key, and this is the URL that we have for fundamental data. Same goes with the insider transaction data as well. This is the URL that we are going to refer, and these are the different types of inputs that we can provide over there. And for news, stock market and financial news API, we have the URL like this one, right? So these are the three things that I'm gonna use here on the code. Okay, so let's come to VS Studio Code. So as I did in the last video, I'll be using requests library here. That's the first thing. Second is, if you see, I have actually created a file called api-info.py. Inside this, I have saved my API key. So I am importing API info. Let's just do from API info import API key. So that's the only variable that I provided inside that particular file. Right now, what else? Yeah, we need to import the Streamlit as well. Perfect. So let's run this code, right? And here I'll just write Streamlit run the name of the file, which is EODHD _screener.py. It will open a web application in the browser that I'm using, and yeah, as you can see, we've got the web application here. There's nothing inside it because we have not provided anything as of now. So we have got the web application. So let's start with the header, simple header, which is st.header. I'll just write EODHD detailed stocks screener, right? If you save it, let's come here, click on rerun. It will give me EODHD detailed stock screener. Now on the left hand side, I'll create a sidebar, and over there I will actually provide some places to write the ticker name and some other things. For example, to select the data type that they would like to see in the screener. So let's just write st.sidebar input text, right? What's the label? The label is a ticker. I'll provide default as aapl.us. Perfect. And the name of this particular variable is ticker. If you save it, let's come back here, rerun. It will create a sidebar on the left hand side. Now the second one, which is data type, it's another segment of the sidebar select box. I want a drop down here. So in Excel, MS Excel, we call it data validation, right? On Streamlit, we call it select box. So the name of this one is data type only, comma, options is equal to, I'll provide all the things inside a list here one by one. So right now I'll just do it for fundamental data, right? Whenever you extend it for other things, you'll keep on adding different things here. I'll do it for other like two more segments, which are news and insider transactions. So this is the data type. I'll just save it. Let's come back here, rerun. You'll see that there's only one drop down here as of now. So perfect. Now if data type is equal to, I'll just copy this and paste it here, fundamental data, then I want the URL to be whatever the URL is over there. Let's just come here, copy this. So yeah, I have provided the URL, API key, and this one would be ticker. Perfect. So let's just do it here on the Google Colab first, and then I'll just copy and paste it over there. That would be easier for you to understand. So I'll just copy this, right, and paste it here. This is the URL, right? The data was, if you just click on, I'll just copy this, right, and paste it here. Okay, so yeah, this is data here. Now we'll have to get out some of the things here. So if we just write keys here, I think there are there are a lot of things here which are provided here, which is we get general informations, highlight, valuation, share, stat, technicals, splits, dividends, analyst ratings, holders, insider transactions. Okay, insider transactions can be covered here itself. Okay, that's great. And other things as well. Perfect. And this is the financial. Okay, got it. So the fundamentals, which are balance sheet, income statement, and the cash flow, would be inside this one. So I actually, that's great. I can directly provide this as an input inside I would say the select box of Streamlit. So whenever we go here, whenever someone clicks on fundamental data, it will pop up another I would say a drop down here, which gives us an option to select one of these types of data. So this is the list of the data that if this is financials, then we want balance sheet, income statements and all. So let's see what is inside this financials. If I click on this one, I think, yeah, I can see this. See this. So if you write dot keys here, you'll see balance sheet, cash flow, and income statement. Perfect. So basically there are these many types of data, and inside this we have financials. Inside financials we have the 3 statements data here. Perfect. If I just write data and say let's just select the first one, which is general, right? So these are all the data. If I just import, let me just zoom it a bit as well, pandas as PD, and here I provide it as pd.data frame, and then inside this, let's see how does the table look like. It looks quite good. Perfect. So we can use this type of data directly. If I click on select say ESG scores, perfect, say valuation. Okay, so it's not working on valuation. I think it would be a dictionary only. Yeah, it's a dictionary, so we need to provide index here. Got it. So I'll just create a try and accept condition on VS Studio. So this is something that I found it really well. So I'll just copy it. Let's come here. Now, if someone selects this one, it will open another drop down, which is say fundamental data is equal to, I'll just paste it here for some time. Let's just copy this, paste it here like this, I'll cut this, and the options would be this list, right? Data is not defined as of now, so I'll just write data is equal to requests.get and then url.json. Perfect. If fundamental data is equal to, what was that? It was, I think, financials. Paste financials here. Then it will open another drop down, which is say statement. And here I'll have to change this one as say fundamental. I can just write financial data. And this one is options. There are 3 types of options. I'll come back to my Jupyter Lab. Not Jupyter Lab, it's Google Colab. I'll copy this and paste it here. Perfect. Now let's come back to Jupyter Google Colab. This is the financials data. If I just provide it, say if I just select balance sheet, the first one, right? And let's see the data, how does it look like? Okay, this is also a dictionary. So let's see what are the keys of this dictionary. So we have currency symbol, quarterly and yearly. So let's just select quarterly as of now. You can make annually. That's your homework on how to convert this entire thing into annual or yearly as well. For this video, I'll just do it for quarterly. So yeah, perfect. If I just do pd.data frame and then provide everything inside this, I think we'll get the financial statement of balance sheet. No, there's no. I have to change the spelling here. Perfect. That's it. So you can see 2023 and the last one is 1985. That's a lot of data. That's great. Perfect. So I'll just copy this and paste it here. This is df pd. I have to import pandas as well as pd. Pd.data frame data financials, and here I'll just write statement, right? Because anyways we are getting it from here, and then quarterly, right? Now else they'll select financials or other things in this list. I'll just write a try and accept condition here, because if you remember, there was sometimes there's just one dictionary and sometimes we can actually make it in a pandas data frame format. So let's just write df is equal to pd.data frame, and inside this data, and then here the identifier is basically the fundamental data, right? Except I'll just write everything here. I'll just provide an index as well here. So I'll just a random index like index. Perfect. Let's just save it and let's see if it's working. Let's come back to here, rerun for fundamental data. Perfect. So we have these 3 things. General, perfect. We have got the very good drop down here, right? If we select any one of these, I forgot to print it here on the screener. So let's come back here and basically down here I'll just write st.write and then df. Well, actually I can do it here as well. Let's save it. Perfect. So if you click on say general, I'll get the general information of Apple. If we click on any other things, say insider transactions, you'll get the insider transaction information of all the people doing it. Outstanding shares. So you can see that everything is automated. This is something that endless ratings. So it comes as well. So you can see everything is automated here. If we click on financials, it should actually open another drop down here. As you can see, balance sheet, cash flow statement, income statement. You can see balance sheet in front of you. Then we have cash flow statement and income statement as well. Now I'll create another option for this one, fundamental data. Just before that, guys, I have a very important information to share. Recently I launched a course on Python for financial programming. So if you are trying to learn Python for finance from scratch, then this is something that you might be interested in. Just go to my website, which is fpritvik.com/python. Over here you will see two buttons: Indian candidates, non-Indian candidates. So you can click as per your location. It will redirect you to the main website where the entire course information is available. You'll see that there are 5 sessions, 10 chapters, 22 videos, 10 quizzes and 3 assignments with 2 live projects. And this is the entire syllabus of this course for all the people who are interested to learn Python from scratch and who are struggling learning Python on their own. I highly recommend it because it's very, very affordable, and I have covered a lot of things from a very, very simplistic eyesight. And in the end, in session 4 and 5, you'll see stock analysis and investment portfolio creation projects, which are my personal projects. We did it using some financial analysis. If you use RTK40 code, you'll get an instant 40% discount, which is only available for the first 100 candidates. So yes, guys, I'll see you in the course. Let's come back to our code. So let's just increase it quickly to the next one. I actually am interested in using the insider transaction data, which is separately shown in the API documentation. So I'll just write insider transaction here in the main drop box. And here I'll just write if data type is equal to insider transaction, then yes, this is the API URL, right? I have actually made this as a variable, API key, data, as you know, and then data frame, and then this one. So let's just save it. Let's rerun. Let's go here, and then we have another option here, which is insider transaction. You can see insider transaction information here. It's, I think, same only. So I don't know why they have provided it as a different API, separate API. But yeah, the last one is news and their sentiments. I would say respective sentiments of those news. So I'll come here, make one more addition here, which is stock news and sentiment analysis. Let's come here if data type is equal to stock news and sentiment analysis. So yes, I've written this code. So basically what I'm doing here is I have pasted the API here, API URL, API key and ticker are variables. Data is request.get URL JSON, as you already know. df is equal to pd.dataframe data. Now actually I've created a small for loop here. Basically I want to get the title of the news, and then the content of the news, and then the sentiment of that news, so such that we have a better understanding of different types of news. So yeah, that's a very simple for loop. I think it's not a big deal for you guys to understand it. So let's just save it. I'll come back here, I'll rerun, and let's click on the stock news and sentiment analysis. And yes, you guys can see that we have got the title of the news, the content of the news, and the sentiment of that particular news. So this is neutral, this is a bit positive, mostly neutral only, and you can see a lot of data is in front of you. So yes, this is how we can actually make a stock screener very easily using EODHD API. We have done it for these 3 things: fundamental data, insider transaction, and stock news and sentiment analysis. As you can see, all types of news and everything is in front of you. You can actually extend it to a lot more things, and you could see that it required a very small amount of code. I have extended, guys, it for different, I would say, more data types here. I can see it's done for stock news, insider transaction, and fundamental data already. Now I've provided the live delayed data, sentiment analysis, and earning, calendars, trends, IPOs, etc. Information as well. So and this is this entire code of this entire stock screener. I'll slowly scroll it down, and you can pause it and write it yourself. Or if you want to get this code directly and save it, then guys, I will save this particular code on my Google Drive. My already existing subscribers know that I share my Google Drive access with my community members. And not only this particular code, there are many more codes that are saved on my Google Drive, like my trading bot, some algorithms on trading strategies on PineScript, etc, etc. How to become a Google Drive community member? Just go to my channel, guys, and then click on this button, which is not available as of now. I don't know why YouTube took it out. A few days earlier, there was an option for us to provide some buttons here, but it's not a problem. Just go to the about section, right? and click on this particular thing, which is access to my Google Drive link. And over there, just follow some of these steps over there, and then you can see that I will provide you the access in 48 hours. It's very affordable, guys. The cost of my Google Drive is less than a coffee, so I highly recommend you to go through it, and this is how you will be supporting my channel as well. If you liked even one thing about this video, guys, just please click on that like button and also click on the subscribe button. I know it's just a couple of clicks for you guys, but it's really important for me. I got an email from YouTube that most of my viewers are not subscribing. I don't know why. People just come and learn and then go. You can just give me those 2 clicks, guys. So please, I highly request you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the next video, I'll be talking about the Excel API of EODHD, and that would be the last video. If you want me to cover more things, just keep writing me on the comment section and I'll review all of them. For any freelancing inquiries, you can reach out to me on this email address and I'll reach out to you as soon as possible. And yes, guys, last but not the least, the link of my course is in the description box. Just check it out and let me know if you have any feedbacks. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. You can click here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and over there you'll see this entire playlist of EODHD, and over there you'll see my very recent video which is loved a lot by my viewers, which is on making a MT5 trading bot in less than 1 hour. Thank you so much for loving my work, and I'll see you next Saturday. Till then, peace.